Hi, I'm Tony Van Veen, CEO of Discmakers. Today I'm going to answer a question that I get all the time from artists. Should I officially copyright my songs? So here's the deal. According to the US Copyright Office, your work is under copyright protection, and I'm going to read their legalese now, from the moment it is created and fixed in a tangible form that is perceptible either directly or with the aid of a machine or device. So, in plain English, as soon as you have recorded your song in some form, in writing or tablature or as an audio-video recording, your copyright is established. It doesn't cost a thing, and technically, you don't have to do a thing other than record your song. Now, the next question is then, do you have to pay to copyright your songs with the US Copyright Office? And technically, no, you don't have to. In general, registration is voluntary, and as you just heard, copyright exists from the moment the work is created. The trick, of course, is potentially to prove your ownership and the date that you created your songs in order to license them, or, God forbid, should you need to go to court to bring an infringement suit. Registration is recommended for a number of reasons. Some people choose to register work just because they wish to have the facts of their copyright on the public record and to have a certificate of registration, which is cool, but what's more important is that you want to register because registered works may be eligible for statutory damages and attorney's fees in successful litigation. In fact, in March of 2019, the US Supreme Court mandated copyright registration before any legal rights can be enforced. And then in November of 2019, Congress passed a bill, the CASE Act, to effectively create a copyright small claims court. And in order for a creator to be able to file a lawsuit, they must have officially registered their copyrights. So how do you register, and what does it cost? Well, the direct way to do so is with the US Copyright Office at www.copyright.gov. The filing fee for electronic registration as of now, May of 2022, ranges from $45 to about $85, depending on what you want to register. The downside of registering at copyright.gov is that the site is somewhat technical and onerous. Okay, it can be downright confusing and complicated. So, for that reason, at Discmakers, we have partnered with a firm that we really like called Cosigned to make the process much easier and more intuitive. You can find a link at www.discmakers.com/copyright. There is a modest additional fee per application, but in my opinion, it's worth it for the convenience. They make it easy for you to register your song or your album. They'll ask all the questions in simple, easy to understand ways, and they'll even recommend to you the right way to file and the appropriate fees to pay. Look, there have been a number of high-profile copyright infringement lawsuits in the news recently. You may have heard of them, against Katy Perry, against Ed Sheeran, against others. Copyrighting your songs is an easy and relatively affordable way to protect yourself and to protect your rights. It's kind of almost like an insurance policy. You hope you never need it, but it's good to have in case you do. If you have any commercial ambitions for your songs, I recommend registering your copyright. You can do it, again, at discmakers.com/copyright. Hope you found this helpful. Look forward to seeing you next time.